The second pillar of what makes a great sales pro is the use of visuals. Now, in marketing, we use visuals across the spectrum, again, of digital, social, broadcast, etc. But we use digital to reinforce our brand, to communicate our message, and also for calls to actions. Now, this is especially where social media comes into play because we use visuals in social media. Everything we post in social media has visuals now. In the early days of social media, that wasn't so much the case. Obviously, today, it's very much the case. I've already tweeted a couple of pictures here this morning. Anything that you post on Facebook, of course, Instagram is all visual, and the list goes on. Snapchat is all visual. So we are now in a visual world. I don't even have all the stats because they change every day, but the fact that your Facebook feed is largely visual and video dominated as well. The salesperson should not be excluded from this. The salesperson should absolutely be encouraged, invited, and equipped with the ability to deliver visuals in his or her communication. And the salesperson can do it through their own social media. So, for example, a salesperson attends an event, sees a speaker, takes a picture of that speaker, and tweets it, shares it, makes some flattering comments about that speaker. I'm not suggesting you do that, but if you did that, I'd be okay with that. But the salesperson should be sharing visuals that he or she is empowered to take on their own through certain rules and regulations, otherwise known as governance. In other words, tell the salespeople what they can do so that they don't feel like they have their hands tied behind their back. The best governance policy, just to do a little bit of a deeper dive on this topic of governance, because I know a lot of people shudder when they hear the word governance. And by the way, that reminds me, Andrew, a great lawyer to invite to speak here would be Ryan Garcia. He is a lawyer at Dell. He's been on my podcast. You can check him out about 5 or 10 episodes ago. And Ryan Garcia is a lawyer at Dell whose entire job at Dell is to help their sales team stay out of trouble. He's a great guy. He's one of us. Ryan Garcia, look him up and invite him. I'm sure he'd be thrilled to come here, and tell him I sent you. So a salesperson should be empowered and invited and encouraged to use visuals in his or her communication across social media, but also even in proposals. Now, a salesperson shouldn't have to reinvent those visuals in the context of proposals. So from a marketer's standpoint, what you all can do, if you're in marketing, which most, if not all of you are, is deliver those visuals. Provide a library of visuals that you can give to the salespeople that they can use, and if you can even recommend categorically when they might consider using these visuals. So here's what I mean by that. In sales, you have early stage buyers, the awareness phase. The visuals that you supply, any content for that matter, that you supply to the salespeople for the awareness stage should be different than the visuals and any other content that you might supply later in the buyer's journey, where the buyer is further along in their evaluation and they have more technical, more intimate details about a product's features and benefits and maybe even pricing. So whether it's visuals or even other forms of content, provide a library of that content for your salespeople to empower them so that they're using these visuals very actively in their sales activities.